Hi, my name is Hannah Trisky, and today I will be reviewing Who Was Anne Boleyn and Reassessing the Tragic Queen. I chose this topic because it's important to me, as Anne Boleyn is one of the most well-known figures in English royalty, yet is one of the most misunderstood. Most people know Anne Boleyn as being Henry VIII's mistress to his first wife, Catherine of Aragon, and eventually going on to become Henry VIII's second wife. She is also very famously known for being executed on charges of witchcraft, adultery, incest, and conspiracy against the king, which are only, again, some of the allegations that have shaped the reputation of her over the last 500 years. Some of the major themes and the ultimate purpose of my research is to address the inaccurate media and literature depictions of Anne Boleyn, as well as the falsified claims that led to her execution. Also to reevaluate her relationship with King Henry VIII, assessing the birth of their daughter, aka future Queen Elizabeth, and to view Anne's role as queen, alongside how she was able to influence the English Reformation. Now going into some of my sources, the first source listed is The Other Boleyn Girl. This is a New York best-selling novel, and it is actually also a film as well. This source really feeds into the false trauma narratives, where there's inaccurate depictions of not only Anne, but also her family, and also inaccurate depictions of Anne and Henry VIII's relationship. An example of this is when the book talks about Anne betraying her older sister Mary, who was also one of Henry VIII's mistresses prior to meeting Anne. And basically, in this scene, Anne steals her older sister Mary's son to gain Henry VIII's attention. This is because Henry VIII hadn't had a son up to this point, and he still needed an heir to the throne. Obviously, the book is historical fiction, but it still pushes false narratives, which hurt Anne Boleyn's reputation in the long run. Some of my other sources, though, on the third column, like Anne Boleyn, 500 Years of Lies, and The Creation of Anne Boleyn, challenges other media and literature depictions of Anne Boleyn, as they use evidence to uncover information about Anne and Henry VIII's relationship, while challenging outdated claims. While using evidence to review her early life, they are able to also prove the accusations leading to her execution false, and actually put Henry VIII and Thomas Cromwell in the limelight as they falsified these claims. This is also proven in my last source by Brian Pavlak, Anne Boleyn. He talks about their relationship and Anne's early life, and how the charges of witchcraft were created to execute her because they are hard to be proven. At this time, a claim just kind of went a long ways and could get somebody executed. You didn't need the proof. And their proof at this time was her appearance, which you can see in the middle. I have a portrait of both Anne Boleyn and King Henry VIII, as they're very important to my research. And Anne was executed with charges of witchcraft because people didn't love her appearance. She had moles on her, which were signs of being a witch. But ultimately, for my takeaways, these contradicting sources that I used helped emphasize the inconsistencies about Anne, the Tudor family, and King Henry VIII that appear throughout history, which leads into my relevance, where Anne Boleyn is not the only figure whose reputation has deteriorated at the expense of exploiting history for drama purposes, especially when it's extremely inaccurate, like The Other Boleyn Girl and the show The Tudors represent. Another example of this would be Pocahontas, very important feminine figure in the mid-1600s, but obviously the Disney movie glorifies that. It is extremely important to recognize that history is written from certain perspectives and why certain perspectives are left out, which ultimately results in a lack of context and misinformation for a lot of people, including Miss Queen Anne Boleyn. So, thank you for listening to me. I hope you have a great day.